Yo, check, mic, check. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me. Put a one in the chat. Put a one in the chat if you can hear me. And good afternoon, everybody. We can probably say good evening. Hmm? What's up, y'all? We got to go over this. Megan the Stallion, the restraining order. Tory Lanez, Stallion, the restraining order. 5 years. 5 years. What's up, Lady Love? Y'all put a one in the chat if you can hear me clearly. We're gonna go over this. My boy Jay Nolan broke it down perfectly. We're just gonna react to my boy Jay Nolan, right? I'm gonna react to my boy Jay Nolan. Y'all let me know, man. Sexy 60, what's up? So we're gonna talk about, a lot of people saying, oh, so he's locked up, so what's the big deal? But we're gonna talk about why this is not good for Tory Lanez. All right. We're also going to talk about how this could have been avoided. Could this have been right now? Let me know if y'all can hear me clearly. Let me know if it's going in and out. I want to make sure that this is. Who we got? Who we got? I'm going to wait for some people to come in here. We want to go over this live, give it to y'all, objectively, give it to you just how it is, right? Internet should not be going in and out at all. Let me know if the internet is if this is good for y'all. This should not be an issue. Like, so put a one in the chat if you can hear me. I don't see nobody responding. Can y'all hear me or what? Put a one in the chat. Just give me a one in the chat if y'all hear me clearly. So I want to make sure y'all can hear me. If I'm going in and out, I want to know. One, Sexy 60 is the only one responding. I see 20 people in here, but she's the only one on her game. The only one responding. Put a one in the chat, y'all. If y'all can hear. Yeah, I can see you. I can see Sexy 60 saying it, but I don't see nobody else saying it. You know what I mean? I can hear Sexy 60. So I'm gonna give y'all a few minutes. I don't know whether the rest is on Twitter or what, but if whoever's on Twitter, y'all come through to YouTube, the IE network. Huh? Give y'all a few more minutes. Megan Thee Stallion granted a restraining order against Tory Lanez. This restraining order is good until 2030. He's eligible for parole in 2029. So I just cut out. I'm gonna fix that in 1 minute. I'm about to fix that in 1 minute. Give me a second. I'm about to fix everything in 1 minute. Can y'all hear me right now? Hold on. Cool. Cool. All right.
Tory's dad has sent in other ways, but they had the Zelle records. Some people said, "Oh, we don't like that graph. We don't like this thing that y'all put together." So they went in and actually showed the subpoena that they sent to the courts, and they also have.
Can y'all hear me?
The actual cash records, well, not cash records, but actual bank records of Tory's dad sending Milagro multiple cash.
Can y'all hear me?
Via.
Let me know if y'all can hear me. You hear me? Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. I'm just gonna start my the audio over that we're gonna be reacting to and listening to together. Right? So y'all let me know if y'all can hear me. Okay, Darius, do you hear me? Can y'all hear me? Okay, little technical difficulty, but I'm gonna get it popping, working. And what I'm gonna do is just use my phone camera. I'm gonna put my boy Jay Nolan on the screen and should be able to react to him that way, right? Should be. Hold on. Let it pop. Okay. Can hear me? All right. So y'all just listen in. I was hoping that I would be able to demonstrate it on the screen for y'all. But for whatever reason, it's acting up. So I'm gonna let Jay Nolan, we're gonna go over what happened with the Tory Lanez situation. It's Tory Lanez. Megan Thee Stallion got granted a 5-year restraining order. So we're gonna do that and we're gonna talk about it afterwards, all right?
Inside the industry, number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everybody's doing well this weekend. As y'all know, it was not that long ago. I just did a video talking about Megan Thee Stallion and the long, massive, nearly 300-page filing that she filed to the courts in the state of California, basically giving all of the reasons why she felt that she needed the restraining order from Tory Lanez.
Y'all hear that?
Also giving details about they went through the entire transcript of her court hearing in which she detailed the events of the night of when she was shot. They also went through phone records of Tory Lanez talking about his connection to Milagro.
Okay, cool.
And, how he's an advisory member of the Unite the People organization, which represents him and also represents Milagro. It also talks about how him and somebody from Unite the People had a conversation on the phone talking about when they took on Milagro, how they put together a press release that was going to be released on Unite the People's Instagram page. They were also going to send it out to various publications such as TMZ, Rolling Stone, etc., to advocate for Milagro. And at a certain point, Tory Lanez got cold feet and got hesitant, like, yo, if y'all put this out and we mentioned it, somebody else from y'all firm said that I shouldn't be so eager.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop right there. Tory Lanez in the beginning said he wasn't sure that he wanted to put Malago's name out there, and he wasn't sure that he wanted to let people know that Malago was associated with him. And to me, that was the right move. But he listened to his attorneys, Feed the People or whatever their name is, these free attorneys or whatever they call themselves. Well, they're not free, but they try to act like they're free. And Unite the People, and he was listening to them, wherein he should have listened to himself in the beginning. Keep that in mind. He did not want to attach Malagro's name He wasn't sure about doing that, so keep that in mind. But his attorneys told him, no, it's okay.
You're to put this out there. Maybe we shouldn't put her name out there so quickly. Caesar then says, nah, man, this ain't got nothing to do with you. You're in the clear. Y'all have been separated from each other. Everything now is just about Tory Lanez versus the state. He's got a thing with Milagro that's totally separate.
See?
Tory Lanez was like, oh, I guess so. Because, I mean, Unite the People are supposed to be his legal counsel, so they would probably know the law better than him. But even he had cold feet about announcing his connection to Milagro on such a public platform. Then, you know, we had already seen proof of Tory's father sending Milagro money somewhere in the range of $3,000. Probably has received other transactions.
So now, as you heard Jay Nolan say, we had already seen receipts of Tory Lanez father, Sunstar Peterson, sending Milagro money. Now, we can always say, well, it wasn't about, we don't know what that was about. We don't know what he was sending her money for. We don't know. But the fact of the matter is, Tory Lanez's father just really met Milagro. Tory Lanez really just met Milagro when this whole thing with Megan was going on. And he's sending money to her radio station. And on her radio station, she's trashing Megan Thee Stallion. So even though it doesn't say, oh, to Milagro for money for trashing Megan, even though it doesn't say that, it's going to look a type of way. And Tory felt that way. That's the reason why he didn't really want to do it. But let's continue.
Sending Milagro money somewhere in the range of $3,000, probably has received other transactions, but at the time of broadcasting and publication, they have Zelle records. There may be other cash apps. There may be other forms of money that Tory's dad has sent in other ways, but they had the Zelle records. Some people said, oh, we don't like that graph. We don't like this thing that y'all put together. So they went in and actually showed the subpoena that they sent to the courts, and they also have the actual cash records, well, not cash records, but actual bank records of Tory's dad sending Milagro multiple cash transactions via Wells Fargo, right? So now we see for sure those payments were processed from him to her business, My Radio, where she continuously rags on Megan Thee Stallion, harasses Megan.
Okay, I'm going to stop there. Now, hello, hi. You were correct, and Sexy 60 is not saying that you're not correct, and I'm not saying you're not correct. You said two people can have the same lawyer. 3,000 over 2 years is pennies. I get that, all before the verdict. She was speaking on Meg before she met Tory. I get that. I get that, right, and I understand that. However, once they have a connection, and this is the reason why Tory Lanez did not really want to attach Milagro's name. This is why he didn't really want to announce it, because I'm sure Tory was thinking the same thing that I'm thinking right now. Yes, she was talking about Megan prior to the verdict. Yes, her and Tory Lanez, there's no crime in both of them having the same lawyer. However, Tory's dad, remember, before the verdict, but what they're saying is they was hiring her to do it during the trial. Because remember, that's when everybody started saying, oh, Milagro must be connected to Tory Lanez. Had her doing it, they're saying he had her doing it before the trial and during the trial. Yes, before the verdict, I get that. But because there was a connection there, it's a slippery slope. And that's the reason why. I guarantee you, Tory Lanez is probably saying right now, I should have went with my gut instinct.
Her business, Mob Radio, where she continuously rags on Megan Thee Stallion, harasses Megan Thee Stallion, and makes a living thrashing her, right? So all of those things have been put in. If you want to see that entire video, it was uploaded earlier today. Well, now the restraining order has been confirmed. It has been approved by the courts. So Megan Thee Stallion now has a 5-year restraining order on Tory Lanez. Let's get to it. A California court has granted Megan Thee Stallion a 5-year restraining order against Tory Lanez. The decision was announced on Thursday by Judge Richard Bloom after Megan testified via video about the lasting trauma she has endured since the 2020 shooting and her fears for her safety. Okay? They say the court does believe that the facts in this matter show both unlawful violence, a threat of violence, and a willful course of conduct that seriously harasses the petitioner and serves no legitimate purpose. Judge Bloom stated before signing the order, according to legal affairs and trials reporter Megan Cuniff, who was in the courtroom. And y'all know Megan Cuniff was very steadfast in
Shout out to Megan the
reporting
reporter.
On Megan's case to begin with. As a matter of fact, I should probably check out her website because she's probably got the most facts, period. All right, so I checked her site, but it's not updated just yet. She's going to publish her article later, so maybe we'll come back and get to more specifics because she was in the court call or whatever. But here we have it. Lanez isn't eligible for parole until September of 2029. The restraining order, Judge
Jared, from what I was told, he was offered a plea deal way early in the trial, but people were in his ear like, "Oh man, you're gonna win this." And the plea deal, from what I was told, it didn't have jail time; it had probation, but it was still a felony, and he would have had to be deported. And he didn't want to be deported, but now it turns out that he got more years and still gonna get deported. So we'll see. And I get that. Hella high. We're agreeing with you. We are agreeing with you. However, there's still that connection there. Like I believe it was Sexy 60. There's still that connection there. And you have to lay low. You have to lay low. You know they're watching you, right? You know they got eyes on you. You got to lay low.
2029. The restraining order Judge Bloom is issuing will be in effect for 5 years through January 9th, 2030. Okay, and here we are again. The court does believe that the facts in this matter show both unlawful violence, a threat of violence, and a willful course of conduct that seriously harasses the petitioner and serves no legitimate purpose. I'm signing the order at this time, says Judge Bloom. Now, Lanez, who is serving a 10-year prison sentence for the 2020 shooting, is ineligible for parole until September 2029. The restraining order will remain in effect until January 9th, 2020. During the hearing, Megan, real name Megan Pete, testified about her ongoing fear of Lanez and the harassment she continues to face from his supporters. She says, "I want my restraining order because I haven't been at peace since I was shot." She described rarely leaving her home except for work and being taunted by fans shouting "Free Tory" at her performances, which happened during her tour. We saw it. We saw video, and a lot of people thought that shit was funny and thought that that was something that was worth spreading online. All the Free Tory campaign people harassing her and putting video out. Well, it was used to her advantage.
Now, I'm going to stop it there. Now, the restraining order, that's still not going to stop people from saying "Free Tory." Right? The restraining order is not going to stop people from saying "Free Tory." So what the restraining order does is it's going to make Tory, at least it should, everybody that's connected closely to Tory, his father, Milagro, academics, whoever else in the media, right, that might be connected to Tory. It's going to prompt Tory to go to them and say, hey, look, please, I know, you got a radio show, whatever the case may be. Please don't mention that girl's name no more. Please don't mention her name no more. Because as you see, it's going to come back on me. It's not going to come back on Milagro. Well, it will now because she's in a lawsuit. It's not going to come back on Milagro. It's not going to come back on DJ Academics. They're going to come back on me. So now he's eligible for parole in 2029, but he's got a restraining order in 2030. So this could, in fact, hurt Tory Lanez' opportunity to get out of jail in 2029. Because they're going to say you were locked up and you still managed to get something else on your record. You got a restraining order for 5 years. So because she fears for her safety, we might have to keep you in jail until 2030 because your record's not clean now. See, this is the reason why I wanted, and I sent Millie a message. After the verdict, I sent Millie a message. I still got the DM. And I said, I think as of right now, just leave that girl alone. I still got the message. Millie responded back to me and said, I can say what the F I want. That girl ain't gonna stop me from talking. I said, okay, sis. That was it. I left it alone. Now here we are over a year later. She's being sued by Megan. And now they use her to get a restraining order for Tory.
Okay. She says, I'm just a nervous wreck all the time. She also says, I feel like maybe he'll shoot me again and maybe this time I won't make it. Okay. The restraining order prohibits Lanez' real name Daystar Peterson from contacting Megan directly or indirectly, including through third parties. Megan's filing accused Lanez of using social media and individuals like blogger Milagro Grams to attack her character, causing severe emotional distress and reputational harm. Lanez.
I try to tell people, and Darius knows me and Darius talk all the time. I try to tell people, I know what I'm talking about, bro. I'm not going to just tell you something just to run my mouth. I know what I'm talking about. Every single time, anybody that follows me will tell you, every single time I say something's going to happen, it ends up happening. And I still got the message. Why I told Milagro over a year and a half ago, just leave Megan alone now. The case is over. Don't even talk about her. But she said, I'll do what I want. Okay, you got it, sis.
Previously contested the restraining order, claiming it violated his free speech rights and accusing Megan of weaponizing the justice system. Judge Bloom's ruling rejected those claims, siding with Megan's legal team. This decision provides the protection Megan deserves while recognizing the continued threats and harassment she has faced, said her attorney, Mari Henderson. Okay? And here we have Nancy Dillon, who was also present. She says Judge granted Megan Thee Stallion's request for a 5-year restraining order against Tory Lanez. He said cited several uncontroverted facts, including conduct that culminated in Tory shooting approximately 5 rounds at petitioner that resulted in injuries to her. This is an actual copy of the restraining order signed and sealed as of today. Okay? This is the copy here. It's active until 1/9/2030 on paper.
So just think about this. He's eligible for parole 2029, right? This restraining order is good till 2030. I guarantee you, when his parole hearing comes up, he's going to have Rock Nation or whoever, Megan's Quinn Emanuel, they're going to be at that parole hearing. And they're going to say, oh, but he's got a restraining order until 2030. Our client is afraid for her safety. If he was locked up and was still harassing her, what do you think he's going to do when he gets out of jail? This is not good for Tory. And he knew, he felt deep in his heart that this might happen. That's the reason why he said, I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know if I want to announce that with, Malagro's name and attach it to mine. But the lawyer said, oh, no, it's okay. It's okay. This ain't got nothing to do with you. You're done with Megan. And it came back to bite him, just like he thought.
Today. Okay? This is the copy here. It's active until 1/9/2030 on paper. So, from henceforth, the harassment should cease. Now, Tory Lanez has been filing appeals to be released early. Don't know the status of that as of now. It seems like it's just kind of looming and lingering. But as they stated in the article, he will not be eligible for parole until 2029, right? So we'll just have to see how things continue to go for him moving forward. But this is now out of the way. The real thing, well, I ain't going to say the real thing, but the other thing is Megan's lawsuit against Milagro. And I think the fact that she has an actual restraining order that shows the connection to Tory Lanez, that shows that Tory, his father, and co have been kind of contacting her and sending her money and colluding with her, and also are representing her in her case against Megan Thee Stallion.
So now, I know people are going to say, oh, it has nothing to do with it, but you're listening to another YouTube commentator, right? Who's objective. He's an objective commentator. He has no dog in the race. The fact that he said a connection, colluding with, there's proof that he sent them payments. So what do you think lawyers like Quinn Emanuel's going to say? He just met Milagro Grams. She was at the courthouse saying, you know who I'm sitting with. Look on and see when I walk in the courtroom who I'm sitting next to. Then you have receipts of the father who really just met Milagro sending her payments. What do you think Megan's lawyers are going to say? Well, what do you think he was sending her payments for? What do you possibly think he was sending her payments for? And regardless of whether he was really sending her payment for that or not, it looks away. You people can get mad, but it's the truth. It looks away.
I think that's going to definitely serve as evidence and discovery and even more fuel to the fire in Megan's lawsuit against Milagro. So I don't know how she's going to try to squirm her way out of this. She constantly talks to her followers and tries to act like she's got it all figured out. And when I'm saying she at this moment, I'm talking about Milagro. She acts like she's got everything all figured out, like she's so ahead of the game. So I think it would be very interesting to see what she plans to do moving forward. At this time, she's not speaking. She has retweeted that Megan was officially granted the 5-year restraining order against Tory Lanez, but she hasn't put a statement out of her own, at least not one that I've seen. I don't know if she's on station
and I hope
yet.
she hasn't
posted a link
smart. Just keep
to
quiet
one as of yet.
Just keep quiet.
So, but we know Milagro's a big fucking mouth, so I'm sure she'll be speaking on this. I'm sure she's gonna say some more crazy shit or some more disparaging things toward Megan Thee Stallion.
So I would have to look into seeing the big effing mouth. Lets me know that there may have been an issue with this with Jay Nolan and Milagro Grams. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why when I mentioned Milagro Grams, he just got quiet.
That her team are gonna clip up, send to the courts, and let it be known that her harassment continues and her disparaging commentary continues. So I think at this point, they're waiting on her to continue to dig a hole for herself just to make that even more easy, right? But that's where we stand. I'm not going to make this a long drawn out video because there's not enough information out there to really continue this much further. Just know Megan Thee Stallion's request for restraining order against Tory Lanez has been granted, and it will be active until 2030. He could get out on parole in 2029, which means that by 2030, she will probably have to file all over again once he's released into the free world. His appeal could get rejected. He could get deported upon release. All of these things are coulds. I don't know where they stand in terms of certainty. But for all the folks, all the legal heads out there that tune into my channel, feel free to let me know down below in the comments your.
Okay, so that's my boy Jay Nolan. Again, I saw this going this way. I knew they were going to grant her the restraining order. I knew it. And like I said, I can only, Malagro's a grown woman. You know, Millie's a very proud and outspoken woman. And she don't really conform to people telling her what to do or what have you, no matter what's at stake. So will she be quiet until then, even though she's in a lawsuit? Maybe, maybe not. You know, like I said, once she told me they're not going to silence me, I said, okay. I've never said nothing else about it since then. All our conversations have been about something else. But I wish her well on that. But what I don't understand with people, and not just Millie or referring this to Millie, I'm going to say to everybody, you know, a lot of people say, Rock Nation, they're paying the courts. Rock Nation, they're paying the judges. They pay the jury. They pay the police. They pay the medical examiners. They pay the firemen. They pay, the record labels. So if Rock Nation pays all these people, right? Why do people continue going to war against Rock Nation? Why? I mean, we're saying that they pretty much paid off a court. I'm not saying this, but this is what the people were saying. Daystar's father said they paid off the court, they paid off the jury, they paid off the witness, they paid off the police, they paid off the medical examiner, they paid off the judge, they paid off the hospital, they pay off the record labels, they pay off Billboard. So that's 10 people right there. So if they paid all those people off, what makes you think you can beat them in a court battle? What makes you think you can beat them in a court battle if you're saying they pay all those people off? So if they pay all those people off, why would you go to court against them? Why? If you say that Tory Lanez is a millionaire, right? Tory Lanez is a millionaire. Even his millions of dollars wasn't enough. Now he's with Unite the People. Unite the People is, they try to tell you that they're doing it for free, but they're not doing it for free because on the phone call he said, "I don't want to have to charge you for all that, brother." And he said, "Yeah, but I know it costs or whatever." So they're not doing it for free. They can act like they're doing it for free. They might be doing it at a discounted rate, but they told Tory, "I don't want to have to charge you for all that." And I know they said, academics said that he would pay for Malago's lawyers. I seriously doubt he would do that. Because if that's the case, I would say, okay, you always talk about how good your lawyer is. Give me your lawyer. If he was going to really pay for Malago's lawyer, why did she take the free lawyer? Why not take academics' lawyers who he's always bragging about, saying he's got such a great lawyer? I would have took that lawyer. So that's one thing I don't get. It's the same thing with Tony Busby, right? When he loses this case, and he will lose it, he's going to say, "Oh, Rock Nation paid off the judge," because, and I'll let you know this right now, before any other content creator puts it out there, I'm going to tell you, Annalisa Torres, right? That's the judge for the Jay-Z case. At first, she told Jay-Z that the person that wasn't going to release his face. She wasn't going to dismiss. She didn't let him put the motion for dismissal. Now she changed her mind and let him put in the motion for dismissal. And now he wants Busby sanctioned, right? So just to let you know, Jay-Z just signed a probably $1 billion deal, right? For his Marcy project. Let me see exactly what it was. See? Power okay. Right? Hold on. This is Power Move. His Marcy investment, right, merged. So Marcy Ventures has strengthened its black buying power by merging with the investment arm of Pendleton Holdings, founded by former Barack Obama advisor Robbie Robertson. The hip hop Marcy Ventures partner has merged with Pendulum Opportunities to create Marcy Penn Capital Partners. TechCrunch reports. Why is this important? I'll tell you why. He has strengthened his black buying power, investment arm of Pendulum Holdings, founded by Robbie Robertson, who is the former advisor to Barack Obama. Who is Jay-Z tight with? Barack Obama. Robbie Robertson is Barack Obama's advisor, former advisor. Robbie Robertson is very close with Judge Annalisa Torres. Okay? Barack Obama appointed Annalisa Torres. He gave her that judge spot. Jay-Z's his buddy. And you know Rock Nation ain't dumb, so they can't have Robbie Robertson call Judge Annalisa Torres. That's a conflict of interest. But she's no longer connected with Barack Obama. But Jay-Z is still connected to Barack Obama. So Jay-Z, when Meg getting canceled, when Tory win the appeal. Well, what up, Lo? Big Lo. I'm gonna be in New York 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th. Meg is not gonna get canceled from her fans. I mean, when you think about it, isn't she already kind of canceled? Like from like the hip hop world or what have you. She's already like kind of canceled from the hip hop world. But she's not going to be canceled from her fan base. So even if Tory wins an appeal, her fan base is still going to stick by it. That he still did it. What? It don't change the fact that he shot her just because he wins the appeal. So when you think about it, Megan, the people who really mess with Megan right now, you don't really see a lot of guys in the industry mess with Megan. There's some, right? But another thing about the appeal, the reason why I would might pump my brakes on the appeal is when you win an appeal, you're pretty much admitting that you made a mistake. Because that's what an appeal is. Like he can't come to an appeal and bring somebody who didn't testify. Right? So it's not like, oh yeah, at my appeal, I'm going to let this guy testify. They're not going to do that. If you didn't testify the first time, they're not going to let you testify this time. Unless they admit that they made a mistake. You know, you said you wanted to testify and they didn't allow you to be called, then they could prove that. But that's not what happened. Tory's lawyer said, forget it. I don't want them called, because if they would have allowed the prosecution to cross-examine them, it would have went after Christmas. Tory's lawyers didn't want it to go after Christmas. So they said, forget it. We got enough. I think we got enough to win anyway. So when the appeal comes, it's going to pretty much be going over the same case, but they have to, in order for him to win that appeal, they have to pretty much admit, okay, we made a mistake, right? And as of right now, only 12% of the cases in California that get an appeal win in California. So that's still a percentage. You're right about that. It's still a chance. As long as it's 12%, it's still a chance that he wins on an appeal.
You're right about that. Yeah, but that really doesn't even matter. Hello, hi, whether the fan base is streaming her music or not. Um, she's a millionaire. It doesn't matter whether they're streaming. They may seem like they're not streaming it compared to other people, but she's got 1 billion streams. So you can't say that they're not streaming her music if she has over 1 billion streams. Now, she may not be streaming like Nicki Minaj or Doja Cat, but other than the big dogs, Nicki Minaj, Doja Cat, maybe Cardi B, who else is streaming more music than her? Female rappers? Nobody. So there's a whole lot of female rappers out there streaming music that's got music, right? If you can say I'm the fourth highest streaming female rapper out of all those female rappers, I'll take that. She's not going to stream as much as Nicki Minaj. She's not as popular. She's not as popular as Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj has been around way longer. And she's got a way bigger fan base. So she's not going to stream as much as Nicki Minaj. She's not going to stream as much as Doja Cat. Doja Cat got 2 audiences. She should be able to stream as much as Cardi B. Cardi B's got 1 album. So you can't say nobody streams her music. I mean, they stream her music. They just don't stream it as much as Nicki Minaj. Right? She's got 3 number ones. How many female rappers have that? Nicki Minaj, Cardi B. Doja Cat don't even have 3 number ones, I don't think. I think she's got 2. Say So and yeah, so I think Doja Cat has 2. In my opinion, excuse me, in my opinion, this could have all been avoided if Tory Lanez would have followed his gut instinct and said, listen, this girl has cost me enough. Please don't mention her name. Don't even say her first name. I've had enough of Megan Thee Stallion for a lifetime. I've had enough. Please don't mention her anymore. That's what Tory Lanez should have told Milagro. Don't mention her anymore because it's going to come back on me. They're going to say you're doing it on my behalf. And what happened? Hmm? Why did Rihanna? Well, it definitely wasn't for Tory Lanez. Rihanna don't mess with Tory Lanez like that. I think Rihanna and Megan Thee Stallion had some sort of issue with the Fenty contract. It had nothing to do with Tory Lanez. Rihanna don't even rock with Tory Lanez like that. I don't even know if she even knows Tory Lanez. But from what I was told, it had something to do with the Fenty contract. I know there was that rumor about ASAP Rocky, like ASAP Rocky. possibility. I'll tell you a possibility. Before, because this happened with someone else, with A$AP Rocky, right? This happened with Sweetie and A$AP Rocky. Sweetie hopped into A$AP Rocky's DM before A$AP Rocky and Rihanna was public. Like, okay, we're a couple. Remember, a long time before they became a couple, they was outside, but Rihanna was still off the breakup of the other dude, and they were just like acting as friends, right? Sweetie hopped in his DM then. According to what I heard, A$AP Rocky didn't see that DM until after he was with Rihanna, right? And that's when he noticed the DM. And then Sweetie then re-hit him back up and said, "Oh, my bad. I had no idea you were dating Rihanna." So Sweetie said, that's an old DM. That's an old DM. So it is possible that Megan Thee Stallion hit up A$AP Rocky, but Megan Thee Stallion is not really A$AP Rocky's steez. Like, if you look at all the girls A$AP Rocky's dated, like, Megan Thee Stallion don't really fit who he's dated. And not because of her complexion, but because he hasn't really dated big girls or stallions, so to speak. He hasn't really dated stallions. You're right. Yeah, see? CJI? Calvin Klein, exactly. I knew it was something to do with the Fenty contract. And Megan Thee Stallion said, well, I didn't know that I was exclusive. And Rihanna's saying, I mean, you're not exclusive. It's not like you can't have Fenty and like a liquor endorsement, or Fenty and a something else, but Calvin Klein is a conflict of interest. So she immediately removed Megan from Fenty. There was a misunderstanding about exactly Megan could do brand for. I knew somebody told me that story. I think G told me that. Free Diddy. Milton be getting people mad on my YouTube. Never came up if she didn't feel as though she was being harassed. I think if Milagro would have took my advice, right? Because remember, she's not saying Tory Lanez is directly coming on, directly getting it up. And even if he was coming out, Megan Thee Stallion wouldn't know that. How would she know that? His appeal doesn't even have a date yet, right? They're hearing all of the arguments, but he hasn't even been granted an appeal yet. You have to, they have to see the argument, this, that, and the other, and then they say, okay, we're going to grant you an appeal, and then we're going to give you a date. and then you go to appellate court. He hasn't even been granted his appeal date yet. So even if he is coming out within the next year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, Megan Thee Stallion would have no idea when he's coming out there. Rock Nation don't know that now. But then again, y'all act like they got a one-way speed dial. Y'all act like they got Jesus on speed dial. Jesus, what's gonna happen today? So we'll know how to prepare. What's up, Takesha? Hold on. My mic ain't on? Hold on, y'all can't hear me? I'm looking right at the thing. It's going up. What do you mean you can't hear me? I'm looking at my thing talking, and it's going up every time I talk. What do y'all mean y'all can't hear me? Y'all can't hear me? I've been in and out. Be free when the case is overturned. Once that video is out of Bigfoot getting shot by a best friend. There is no video. There is no video. Y'all been telling me about that video. How many times has WAC 100 told me about that video? If there was a video of Demond, do you not think Tory Lanez lawyers would have had that out by now to keep him out of jail? If they had a video, why would they wait until he goes to jail and wait for an appeal to bring a video? You can't bring a video into an appeal, sir. The only thing you can bring into an appeal, they're just going to go over the case the first time. You can't bring new evidence. They don't allow that unless it is something remarkable. So if they had a video all this time, why would they be sitting on a video? Let's just think logical. Hey, I love you, Demond, but stop listening to WAC 100, bro. Stop listening to WAC 100. I can promise you, it will get you nowhere. Remember Joe Budden said that there was a video and, he's going to be getting out of jail. You know, when they have the trial, they're going to come up with the video that all the celebrities have seen. Bro, there's no video. There's no video. There is no video. If there was a video, Tory Lanez would have been had it out instead of just spending money. There is no video. What sense does that make? So, I got this video. But I'm see, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wait to the appeal though. Like, bro, I ain't gonna bring the video out right now. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna sit in jail about 2-3 years, right? I'm gonna throw away about 2-3 years of my career. I'm gonna sit in jail about 2-3 years. Let her get used to me being in jail and thinking I'm gonna do 10 years, right? And then what's gonna happen is on the appeal, I'm gonna throw the video on them. I'm gonna be out in 3 years instead of 10. Like, does that make sense? If that makes sense to you, okay, you got me. We'll wait on the video. Until then, we can only go with what's happening, brother. So until that video pops up, Megan ain't canceled. But I've been hearing about this video since trial. Joe Budden said everybody in the industry have seen the video. That's why they all turned on Megan, which is not the truth, because not everybody's turned on Megan. Kendrick Lamar didn't turn on Megan. So everybody in the industry knows what happened. They saw the video. And when the trial comes, they're going to bring the video. Well, the trial came and went. There has never been a mention of a video. There's never been, in that trial, neither one of his lawyers said, but there's a little Asian girl with a video, and she was under 18, Your Honor, and we're just waiting for her parents, for her to turn 18. Come on, man. Come on. Come on, bro. Bro, if you want to believe their video, hey, I'm not going to try to convince you otherwise. You can sit and wait for the video, but that reminds me of QAnon. Remember when QAnon kept saying JFK Jr. is coming back? JFK Jr. is going to be the vice president. JFK Jr. is really dead. He coming back. They must have meant RFK Jr. Y'all must have meant RFK Jr. Because JFK Jr. still ain't back. Right? I just watched Millie yesterday. All right. Probably that time of the month for never mind. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's RFK Jr. Because they've been talking about how JFK Jr. was coming back from the dead, and he never came back. So, but now RFK Jr. is in their campaign. So they must have meant RFK Jr. I just watched Millie yesterday. What do you mean? Tamil too. You just watched Millie yesterday? So did I. But why were you saying that? I missed your previous message. If you could tell me the previous message. I watched Millie yesterday as well. Very good show. But Millie's going to give you good shows. She's good at what she does. Did you see that they're going to release documentary on Diddy? It's just crazy. Free Diddy. Yeah, I did see that, Milton. But again, now it's NBC. What they're trying to do is they want to try to get so much of the social part in public against Diddy. And you want to know why they're trying to do that? Because they got nothing. They don't have enough to hit him with the human trafficker. They don't have enough to hit him with a RICO. So they're trying their best to get other co-conspirators. They're going to try to tie in Harve Pierre. Watch what I tell you. When they come up with that supersede indictment, because to get a RICO, you got to have, I think, at least 3 other people other than yourself. So they're going to probably try to get Harve Pierre, Cruz, and Christina, and the girl Christina, and say they were all linked together. And they ran the enterprise. Because right now they have nothing on those tapes. They have nothing on those tapes that can link him to trafficking. The only thing they have on this tape is Diddy being freaky. If you can't prove on those tapes that those women were drugged? Like, if there's no proof, if they're just them on the surveillance and them going to the bed, and if you can't see on those tapes that them women are drugged, then you cannot say, oh, he drugged them, he yarded them. What they're looking for on those tapes is proof that it's either a minor, because then it doesn't matter whether she's drugged or not. If they don't find a minor on those tapes, they're going to have to be able to prove that the person is drugged. And the only way they can prove the person is drugged is if the person is just knocked out, not moving, right? That's the only way to really prove they were drugged. That's going to be hard to prove on a surveillance camera. That's why they told the judge, we're having a hard time getting the material off of the cameras. R. Kelly wasn't done with 11 cases. R. Kelly beat his cases at first. Remember, R. Kelly beat the original case. He came back with the other cases once they weren't kids anymore. But he had beat the original cases. Diddy's 100 cases, all of those 100 cases are not official yet. Tony Busby said he had 100 cases, but they see how Tony Busby's first case came with Jay-Z on it. They've already thrown out 5 of Tony Busby's cases. Tony Busby is a fake lawyer. He said he had 100 people vetted or 1,000 cases vetted in 3 days. And they were talking to lawyers on video, and all lawyers on video said it takes you 2 weeks sometimes to vet one person. There was a lawyer that said the shortest time I've ever taken to vet one person was 5 days. So that's the shortest time ever. And he said in 3 days he had 1,000 people. It's not possible. And you can see what's happening when you look at the case that he just added Jay-Z's name on it. You see how nothing's lining up. Tony Busby's just looking for a bag. And what Diddy's trying to do is, what Diddy's lawyer said was, well, you raided his house almost a year ago. You said you had the devices. You said you had the tapes. So now when they go back to court in February, they're going to have to present to the judge what they got on them tapes. Because the judge basically said in the last court date, listen, stop pussyfooting around. In other words, what do you have? All these rumors about this tape. But if you notice, have the feds said one time that they got other celebrities on the tapes? No. Have the feds come out yet and said one time, well, we got so-and-so and we got other celebrities on tape? No. The only people who've been saying that has been YouTubers, fake whistleblowers, and bloggers. They're the only ones saying, oh, there's celebrities on that tape. But we have not seen one trace or one hint that any celebrities are on those tapes. It's the same thing that we went through with Epstein. Oh, we can't wait till the Epstein list come out. Everybody getting exposed. What happened? What happened? The Epstein list came and went. Nobody even cared. Nobody even cared. Oh, I can't wait for Epstein list. Everybody getting exposed. Well, what happened? You saw it? Demond, you saw it? If you saw it, send it to me. Give me the link. A video of Diddy and a young male pop star being shopped around in Hollywood. Don't you think somebody would have came out, would have blew that up by now? They're shopping it around in Hollywood to other people who has been seen with Diddy. Say that again and tell me if that makes sense. A video of Diddy and a young male pop star is being shopped around Hollywood, and nobody said nothing. Nobody's bought it. Nobody's bought it. It hasn't leaked. All these things that leaked, the R. Kelly tapes leaked. So you got something as big as this. This is the biggest trial since OJ. The biggest celebrity trial since OJ. And there is a video of Diddy and a young pop star, which that you're pretty much saying is pedophilia. So there is a video of PDF being shopped around Hollywood. Guess what? Whoever's shopping that is committing a felony because that is child pornography. You can't peddle child pornography. So I'm sorry to let you know, that's just not possible, bro. You have to listen to what you're believing. If someone is shopping child PDF, they're getting arrested and put in jail. You can't solicit. You can't even share it. You can't even have it on your phone and share it to someone else. That's a felony. So if it's being shopped around, how come nobody's bought it? Right? Again, all these videos, everything leaks. Hell, Beyonce and Jay-Z's video in that hotel got leaked. So if their video in a hotel, Diddy and Cassie's video got leaked, a video in a hotel with no audio, the video of Solange kicking Jay-Z. If somebody has a video of Puffy and a young pop star, you don't think that would have been out by now? Oh boy. Okay. Okie dokie. Lion Lil Rod is one of the Diddy documentary investigations. Of course, discovery free. Diddy. I hope and pray Diddy sue these people. Right. Lion Lil Rod is the one behind. Okay, he's the one behind the Diddy documentary. He's trying to make money. He's trying to make money because he's probably not going to get anything out of that lawsuit because he doesn't have any evidence. He doesn't have any evidence. It's just really just his word. So Lil Rod has no evidence. You just because you got a picture of Cuba Gooding Jr. with his arm around you, that don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing. I got a picture of Holly Berry sitting on my lap. That don't mean I fucked. I got a picture hugged up with Megan Good. That don't mean I fucked. So just because you got a picture with a star, that don't mean shit. That don't mean nothing. Do you got a video of Lil Rod sucking on your wee wee? Do you got a video of Diddy sucking on your wee wee? You don't got a video of that. If you don't got any proof for that, it's really just words. Anybody can make up. I'm a filmmaker. I'm a screenwriter. Anybody can make up a story, especially if you was around during that time. Anybody can make up a story. That's nothing. So he could, just because he got a picture of Cuba Gooding Jr. with his arm around him, that don't mean nothing. You said Cuba Gooding Jr. felt you up. Do you got proof for that? Is there any video of him squeezing your butt or squeezing your joint, whatever? Hey, Couture Bay, y'all make sure y'all follow Couture Bay. Couture Bay, I was on camera waiting for you. I was giving the camera googly eyes and everything. Let me stop. D. Joyce, and so glad Meg is the Teflon Don in the courtroom. Listen, that's the only thing that I don't understand about the Rock Nation and people in Rock Nation and people that talk about Rock Nation and they say Rock Nation paid off the judges. Rock Nation, let me count. Rock Nation paid off the judges. Rock Nation paid off the jury. Rock Nation paid off the witness. Rock Nation paid off the police. Rock Nation paid off the medical examiner. Rock Nation paid off the doctor. Rock Nation paid off the judge. Rock Nation paid off the record labels. Rock Nation paid off Billboard. But then I can't wait to go to court against Rock Nation. Like, why would you want to go to court against Rock Nation if they paid off all them people? They gonna wash you if they paid off all them people. They done paid off the jury. They're taking a chance. That's a felony. So they are willing to commit felonies to win these cases. And you think you got a shot against Rock Nation? Why would you want to go against Rock Nation if they doing all that? I know I wouldn't. I know I wouldn't. That just lets me know that most of the people are just talking. They know Rock Nation ain't doing all that. They just got good love. Rock Nation's just good. They just good. They just good. They good and powerful. Like any other billionaire company's lawyers would be. Rock Nation ain't got the only ones with good lawyers. All them companies got good lawyers. But Spyro just happened to be one of the best. You know, Elon, a lot of billionaires hire Spyro. So Tony Busby, if you think you're gonna beat Alex Spyro, good luck. You know, Tony Busby, they say is a good lawyer, but as of right now, brother, you're not looking like you ain't looking like you a good lawyer, because this case that you got more holes in it than Swiss cheese. This case got more holes in it than Swiss cheese. Huh? Hashtag Heaven Hollywood for the Cash App. If y'all want to support the live, make sure you hit the thumbs up. I need, everybody hitting the thumbs up before they come in to send the live through the algorithm. Shout out to Couture Bay. Y'all make sure y'all check out her channel on YouTube. I know I do. She's easy on the eyes. She has great topics. So that's pretty much it. Meg Thee Stallion gets granted a restraining order. Any new Cardi B news for the Libra? Libra, other than invasion of privacy, hey, shout out to Cardi B. Invasion of Privacy voted the #1 female hip hop album of the 21st century. To have one album and to come out 18 years into the new century, that's pretty big. That's pretty impressive. That's pretty impressive by Bacalise. To have to be 18 years into the century and to drop the album that they're calling the biggest female hip hop album. Now, who knows? 30 years down the line, when it's still 2000, what, 48? Maybe they'll change. Maybe it'll be another album. But as of right now, 2025, they got Invasion of Privacy as the #1 female hip hop album. One bitch, two bitch, old bitch, new bitch. None of y'all bitches ain't gonna do shit. Shout out to Becca Leese, man. Nicki Minaj, of course, shout out to Onika for being voted the biggest female rapper in the 21st century. Red Ruby the Sleaze herself. So shout out to Onika. Doja Cat, Doja. She was second. She was the second biggest female rapper of the 21st century. So shout out to Doja Cat. And of course, the girl T Swizzle, Taylor Swift. Of course, she was the biggest pop star of the 21st century, and Drake was actually the biggest male pop star of the 21st century. I have a little problem with that because Drake is, I consider, a rapper, but whatever. Shout out to Drizzy Drake. Rihanna, I believe, was second. And I do believe that Rihanna and Taylor Swift were the only two females that were actually in the top 5 of that other list, which was greatest and biggest. Taylor Swift, Rihanna were the only two that were in the top 5 of both lists. So shout out to Robin Fenty. All right. You got to give the ladies their props. The men, they busting y'all up. Like I don't even know who was after Drake. I'm gonna assume it was The Weeknd, maybe. I think Bruno Mars is bigger than The Weeknd, but I digress. What else? But as far as any other new Cardi B news, listen. I hit up Cardi B and I gave her an idea for a comeback record. Now, she did read it. She has not responded back yet, but I'm looking to see what she has to say. I sent Cardi B the illest idea. The illest. If she uses this idea and comes back, yo, she's going to break the world. So I'm going to see if she uses this idea that I sent her. We'll see. Around that top 10. I believe Beyonce was 7. So shout out to B. Boy, that damn Beyonce just gets finer as the years go. You know, the funny thing is, oh, Eminem. Shout out to M, man. He was second male rapper. Drake, Eminem, Kanye. So shout out to him. Or Drake, Kanye, Eminem. I think it was. No, I think it was Drake, Eminem, Kanye. that damn Beyonce, I was never really like, I've never really been a Beyonce guy, right? I've always been Rihanna. But hot damn, that damn Beyonce. She's just getting finer as the years go on. And I was just like, girl. I saw her ass by that washing machine. I was like, bitch, I will throw you in that fucking washing machine. You hear me? Sitting by that damn washing machine, I was like, okay, you about to get washed, rinsed, and thrown in the motherfucking spin cycle all in one. Keep on playing with me. Huh? Spin cycle. Her hair be all over the place, Couture. Oh, what you doing? Heaven, what you doing? Oh my God. Jai. Come get this boy. Jai. Gotta come get him, Jai. So, anyway, shout out to Beyonce, man. Shout out to all of the winners from Billboard and, Tory Lanez, Milagro. I hope this doesn't affect Tory Lanez when it comes down to his probation. I kind of think it's going to, but we'll see. We'll see. The Cash App is hashtag. Cash App is $ Heaven Hollywood. I want to thank y'all for coming in. Make sure you check out Couture Bay. Make sure you, if you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you follow the Mr. Fair podcast because I'm now over on that podcast as well with my boy Corey Fair. And yeah, that's it, man. Look out for the videos on the IE Network YouTube. Make sure you follow me on IG. That's Heaven Hollywood _Clark and my backup page at Heaven Hollywood. So other than that, we pray for everyone's safety. We pray for everyone's safety in California. We pray for your safety wherever you are. God bless you and your family. I love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Catch you on the next one.
Don't you